Shit, coming against this game, man. Yeah, excuse me, y'all. That was my times before and after I go live with y'all. I be getting my workout in, man. You know, so I like to come to the park to get my little calisthenics in, which I was gonna do after this video. Yeah, it overheated, man. I'm finna fix that right now. Hold on. Finna fix that right now. Right now. They're trying to interfere with this game, man, but we gonna keep this pimping going, though. Hold on just a second. Just a second. Get up under this AC, man. Excuse me, y'all. Coming against this game. Trying to interfere with this pimping. Shit. You know I like being outside, man. But it's too hot outside. It's a fun. But all right, yeah, though. Back to this pimping. I see it's a good amount of y'all. I see some of y'all saying it's blurry and damn. Is it still blurry for y'all? Let me know. Can y'all see me and hear me fine? Can y'all see me and hear me cool? Damn. Alright, shit. They done shut a pimp's phone down, made a pimp's phone blurry. Alright, man, we gonna do this shit moving, man. Boy. It's alright though. Know what I mean? We gonna do this shit moving. We gonna get over here to this other side. Although I got a good connection, but apparently I don't. I'm gonna just go across the street to the other side of this. I don't want to leave because, like I said, I still got to get my workout in after this video. So I'm gonna be right here. We just gonna go across the street where it's most likely a better connection, though. Right here. Damn, can y'all see me? Give me some feedback, man. It's cool. This game, man, they interfere me. Dating mindset. Unified Kingdom. I appreciate you. Motherfucker said on the trap phone. Y'all fool. Y'all see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Damn, still? The fuck? This shit crazy. So y'all still having trouble seeing me? Fuck. Alright. Hold on, man. I got something for this shit, man. They ain't finna stop this game, man. That's what they not finna do, man. They ain't fucking game, man. I'm gonna show y'all what this game do. I got the solution right here. I got the solution right here, y'all. All good though, know what I mean? I know I might be a little bit right now. Y'all be patient with me though. I'm finna go right here, across the street again, across the street. And y'all be patient with it, Pimp, man. You know what I mean? It's a bootleg connection going on right now, know what I mean? I got to go over here and steal some cable one time, you know what I mean? So y'all know about that. A lot of y'all too young to remember stealing cable, man. But, you know, back in the days in the hood, when motherfucker was broke and all that type of shit, you know what I mean, and couldn't afford that good cable, man, motherfuckers split, man, and steal that shit, you know what I mean? So I'm about to go over here and steal some cable one time, you know what I mean? You know? Freeze, Pimp it right now, you know what I mean? They done turned the Pimp's signal off, you know what I mean? So I got to go over here and steal right quick one time, you know what I mean? Until knock me a bitch. Oh, man. Bootleg pimping right now. Bootleg pimping. Excuse my bootleg pimping. See, what I'm finna do is go over here. You know, I'm about to go over here to Ronald McDonald the P, man, and steal some, and knock him for some connection. You know what I mean? Bitch, you fucking with Ronald McDonald the P, but Ronald McDonald the P is not phenomenal me, though. You dig? I got to let him know one time. I got to serve McDonald for this connection one time. You dig? Hold on. Okay, now, can y'all see the pimping and can you hear the pimping with no problem? Data Mindset said, hell yeah, I didn't pay a cable bill till I was 25. See, you know about stealing that cable. Yeah, man, I had to come over here and knock Ronald McDonald the P for this connection one time, though, man. Yeah, I had to get up in the connection ear, know what I mean, tell her what she wanted to hear and what she needed to hear, know what I mean? Yeah. Let her know that the pimpin' is here, man. You dig? Because like I say, you fucking with Ronald McDonald the P, but Ronald McDonald the P is not phenomenal me. You dig? Yeah. So we good now, man. Oh, Mel, you at the gym right now? Yeah, after this video is over with, I'm going to be right here at the park getting my issue as well. You did give me some bar work, some dips, some pull-ups, and I'm going to throw some push-ups in there too, and probably some squats. I might throw some squats in over here at the park too. Okay, yeah, so back to what I was saying, man. So the little young bitch that I had at the time, you know, I gave her the instructions to go, you know, do her thing. I told her a specific price of $350, you know what I mean? So the bitch went and dated this motherfucking NBA star that was, I'm sure, worth millions at the time. He was showing her all kind of money and jewelry and all kind of shit. But because I limited the bitch's thinking, by instructing her to get $350. That's all she got out of the situation. You know what I mean? So Pimp just pulled his own coattail to that. Pulled my own coattail to that, and I lived and I learned from that situation. You dig? So yeah, you know, that was a cool little bitch. Learned a lot from that little experience, man. And then I also learned from other experiences too early in the game, man. Some more shit that I learned is that you really got to stand on your pimping, and you can't play no games. And a bitch is only gonna take you as seriously as you take yourself. If you don't take your own pimping serious, then the bitch ain't gonna take your pimping serious, and nobody's gonna take your pimping serious. Yeah, it's always a win because it's a lesson learned. You know what I mean? I do my best to get a lesson out of every situation, man, good or bad. And that's what it was, though. But yeah, like I say, man, motherfucker got to stand on the pimping, man, because if you don't, bitches will play with you. See, and then it's always good to stay in the mix with some more pimping. See, that's what a lot of cats in the game is missing right now. You know what I mean? Some of y'all is getting it a little more so now because now that Backpage is over with, now that the internet game is fucked up and it ain't the same, a lot of y'all is coming outside now. And now that a lot of y'all is coming outside, you starting to mingle with some real pimping. You dig? A lot of y'all are starting to mingle with the real pimping. So you gonna learn a whole lot rubbing elbows and shoulders with some real pimping than you would sitting in that room, you know what I mean, and waiting for this bitch to catch a date, waiting for this bitch's phone to ring and all that type of shit, you know what I mean, and not fellowshipping with the pimping at all. See, like I said, it's just good, especially when you up and come in the game, you young in the game. Them first moments in the game is so crucial, man, because a lot of what you learn in the game it shapes your understanding and your outlook on the game early on, and a lot of us have a tendency to stay with that even if it's wrong. You know, it's very few of us who learn that we might have came in the game wrong, and then from there seek the right understanding about this shit. So me myself, I was just a sponge for information when I was young in the game, and like I said, I rubbed elbows and shoulders with all kind of cats in the game, you know, and I always had, you know, pretty good discernment. So I would be able to like dissect bullshit. Like a motherfucker might roast me about some green shit that I did, right? And I might not like the roasting. He might cut me deep with his words. But I learned early on in the game to have a type of outlook like, damn, you know what, I might not like his delivery, I might not like how he's saying what he's saying, you know what I mean, but the pimpin' do got a point, though. I do need to tighten up in this area, you know what I mean. This shit over here that I did was green and goofy than a motherfucker, you know. So like for instance, right, some of the goofiest shit that I did, I tell y'all gonna be like, damn, Freeze, you did this green ass shit. Yep, Freeze did this green ass shit, right? So before Denver Chocolate, I had this other bitch, you know what I mean, I call her Vegas Caramel, you dig? So I had this Vegas Caramel bitch, right? And if it's a bitch named Vegas Caramel, I'm not talking about you, because that's not this bitch's name. I'm just giving bitches names right now, you know what I mean? So I'm not talking about a real bitch named Vegas Caramel. I'm just giving this bitch a name, you dig? I'm switching up the names to protect the innocent, you dig? So Vegas Caramel, right? I moved this bitch, and I learned early on from this bitch that, you know, bitches will play games with you, man, so you got to always stay on your toes with your pimping. But anyway, I get this bitch, and before I checked any money out of this bitch, right, I call the server folks, you know, because I hear when you knock a bitch, you supposed to call and serve the folks, right? But this nigga roasted the shit out of me. And matter of fact, Sinful was right there. You know what I mean? We both green as a motherfucker in the game, but I'm probably even greener than him in certain areas, you know what I mean? Just like he might be greener than me in certain areas. But in this particular area, I'm green as a motherfucker, right? So Sinful right there with me, the bitch sitting right there. You know, I'm like, yeah, bitch, you know, what's your folks' number? Nah, man, I need to call to serve this man. Woo, woo, woo. So, and the funny thing about it, that's why I said, you know what I mean? These bitches will play games with you if you green and you allow them to. See, the bitch knew how this shit was supposed to go. The bitch knew that I was supposed to break her for something before I call and serve this man. You dig? But the bitch was basically trying to use me to escape from this motherfucker. You dig? She was trying to she was trying to make Freeze the Underground Railroad. You know what I mean? She was trying to make Freeze Harriet Tubman the P. You dig? That's why I can roast motherfuckers right now that claim to be 20-year vets and they still Harriet Tubman the P. You know what I mean? Because a bitch tried to make me Harriet Tubman the P when I first was getting in the game. You know, so I know about that type of shit. You know what I mean? And it's just funny to me how a motherfucker claim to be a veteran, but you still doing green ass moves like being Harriet Tubman the P, man. But hey, check this out though, man. The pimping and Harriet Tubman the P ain't got nothing to do with each other. Now, I mean, the pimping is not Harriet Tubman the P. If you Harriet Tubman the P, if you helping hoes escape they folks and all that type of shit, you know what I mean? If you providing a way, you know, the Underground Hoe Railroad and all that type of shit for a bitch to get away from the pimping, and the bitch ain't put under no type of pressure, you not charging this bitch or breaking this bitch for a trap or anything like that, the bitch could just come on and you helping her get away from the pimping. Hey, man, that type of shit ain't cool. But anyway, so like I said, man, I called to serve this man. And, you know, I'm popping it. Bitch give me dude number. I called him, man. He answered the phone. I say, yeah, man, you know, Freeze the pimp for the record, dog. You know what I mean? Let you know I got this hoe over here, man. Woo, woo, woo. So he like, yeah, okay, dig that, pimp. You know, that's what's up, man. Congratulations, man. You know, you got you a good little hoe over there, man. She's some cool work. I say, yeah, that's right, man. That's what's up, man. Good looking, Pete. Woo, woo. So, the motherfucker like, yeah, P, you know, since we shooting the shit, man, if you don't mind, man, how much money that bitch give you, P? My green game goofy ass. I say, oh yeah, man, P, you know, man, the bitch ain't reached me nothing yet, man. But you know, I'm finna have a hold down, man. The bitch go give me something in just a minute though, man. He like, hold on, P. So you calling me call yourself serving a pimp, man, and you ain't broke this bitch for nothing, man? He like, P, don't tell me you that gang goofy with this shit though, man. Don't tell me you that green though, P. I mean, hold on, let me smell through the phone, pimp. Damn, pimp, I think you really is that green with this shit though, pimp. So I'm like, hold on, man, you know, ain't nobody green over here, you know what I mean? I'm trying to bite back, man, but the boy tearing me up. He like, hold on, man, you know, this ain't like the Mac, you know what I mean, where you just Pretty Tony the hoe chose me and y'all just ride off into the sunset and the bitch ain't gave you no money, man. Hold on, this shit don't work like that, pimp. The bitch got to give you some money, man, because, you know, if I see that hoe down, I mean, I got all rights to bust that bitch head to the fat meat, man. So, yeah, man, just know, P, that when I see that bitch down, man, it is what it is, pimp. And he just hung the phone up on me, you know what I mean? Oh, man. But I learned from that experience, you know what I mean, obviously, that you don't call the pimping without no motherfucking money. You dig? And it's so funny because after this situation, right, I had a motherfucker, right, as Christy Love say, dry serving. That's what we call that. You know what I mean? So I made an attempt to dry serve the man. You dig? But it's so funny, right? Because, okay, I'll tell y'all this story, right? It's a little bitch, a little white bitch that I had. What could I call this bitch? I'm gonna call her Ginger Snap, because she was like a little ginger, like, you know, kind of redhead, freckle face bitch, right? Little petite, little white bitch, Ginger Snap. You know what I mean? So I'm in Vegas and I knocked Ginger Snap, right? No, I take that back. I knocked Ginger Snap in California. I was in Orange County. I was on Harbor Boulevard in Hazard. I'm on Harbor and Hazard. You know what I mean? I'm with my partner who kind of introduced me to the game. I think I told y'all a little bit about this partner before, but this partner who I'm with on Harbor Boulevard, hold on, excuse me for a second. Hold on. Okay, so this partner who I'm with on Harbor Boulevard, right? This is a cat who had kind of like lightweight introduced me to the game, who I thought was something like a pimp at the time, but I couldn't find out he wasn't a pimp, he wasn't a Mac or anything like that. He really was just a hip square that had enough game that if he came across a prostitute, he would send the bitch and break the bitch, but he wasn't a pimping, he wasn't a Mac or anything like that. He was just somebody that knew how to capitalize on situations when he came across prostitutes. But anyway, I'm with him. We on Harbor Boulevard at the taco spot on Harbor and Hazard. You know what I mean? Little Ginger Snap come walking through, and Ginger Snap come in with a little black bitch, right? So we start getting at them hoes. I'm getting that Ginger Snap, my partner getting that the little black bitch. So we end up moving the bitches. We jump in the car, we go down the street, and Ginger Snap, she was a fast little bitch. You know what I mean? They was a part of the same household, and Ginger Snap tell the bitch in the back seat, when we pull up down the street and park, Ginger Snap look at the black bitch and she was like, "Do you know what you gonna do? Because I already know what I'm gonna do." And the black bitch was like, I don't know what I want to do. So she ended up getting out the car, right? My partner, like I said, he not really the pimping. So he didn't even like try to break the bitch or nothing like that. And I was more focused on Ginger Snap. So Ginger Snap ended up reaching me the money. You know what I mean? Ginger Snap broke herself for the little trap that she had on her. And then I took Ginger Snap, sat her back down. Ginger Snap got some money. And I ended up serving her folks. This cat out of Oakland, I don't want to holler his name. I still remember his name, but I don't want to holler his name. But he was cool as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Called and served him. You know, he took it like a champ, took it like a gentleman. Pulled up on him. He gave me all the bitches' belongings. Everything was smooth, right? So it just it's just a trip, right? Because I didn't realize until after I knocked Ginger Snap that I had seen her before. You know what I mean? It was a time a few months before that we was all in Vegas, you know, and it was me and Sinful. We was sitting there chopping it up with One Mo. Shout out to my partner One Mo out of Oakland. Me and One Mo and Sinful, we sitting over there in front of Bill's chopping it up. And Ginger Snap was over there, but see, she looked different because her hair was different. Like her hair was naturally like curly, like wavy kind of. But on this particular day, before I knocked her some months back, she had her hair straight. And she had like different clothes on. Her look was just totally different, right? But anyway, I'm fucked up at the time. I'm Hopo. And me and Sinful, we sitting there chopping it up with One Mo, and One Mo just got us fired up about this game. You know what I mean? One Mo older than us. So, you know, and he having it his way at the time. So One Mo, he like, yeah, man, you know, Pimp gonna stay down, man. Pimp ain't gonna be over here, you know, fucked up for too long, man. Pimp gonna stay down and stay outside till he have him a motherfucking hoe. You know what I mean? One Mo is kind of one of them cats that instilled that in my mind early in the game, man, that if a pimp get fucked up, you know what I mean? That's how it used to be in Vegas, man. If a pimp was out in Vegas fucked up, a pimp gonna go outside and stay outside until he knock a hoe. Know what I mean? So that was my mindset, man. It was so cold. And I ended up staying down and knocking the hoe that night. You dig? But I was just telling that part of the story to let it be known that that was my first time seeing Ginger Snap. And see, Ginger Snap ended up getting knocked by another partner of ours, right? But One Mo was telling me, he was like, P, you need to sweat that bitch because that bitch feeling you. You know what I mean? But I wasn't, you know, I was trying to act too pimpish. You know, I'm thinking to myself like, man, the bitch need to get at me. Whoa, whoa. But our other partner who was in the area, he ended up sweating the shit out of the bitch and he ended up knocking the bitch, right? So fast forward some months later, I knocked the bitch in Orange County, then we go back to Vegas, right? And when I get back to Vegas, that's when I realized like, damn, you was that bitch that day, right? So we in Vegas, you know what I mean? I got the bitch down. She give me a few little dollars, everything cool, you know what I mean? Bringing back a decent trap every day. So my partner who I said had the bitch before me, it was him and the cat who he knocked her from, which is another cat that I was cool with, ended up being cool with later on. So the first cat she was with, and then my partner who knocked him for the bitch started having like a little pimp triangle. She would go between the three of us, right? But it was a difference. It was crazy because them cats, they older than me. So they was more seasoned in the game than I was. But I was more serious about my pimping than they was. See, she was a little cute little bitch. So they liked fucking on the bitch. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it was a little triangle that we had. Where the bitch, she'll be with me one day, and then she'll go to my partner and be with him for a day or two or a week or whatever, and then she'll go to my other partner, the first one who had her, and she'll be with him for a little minute, and she kept going between. But see, when them cats was fucking with the bitch, they would accept the bitch back with no money. They'll just let her come in. Cause see, a lot of cats is like that, man. Like I was talking about on the last live that I did yesterday, man. A lot of cats be letting these white bitches get away with murder just because it's a white bitch. You know what I mean? And a lot of cats be feeling like the white bitch is the prize and more important than them, and they be happy to have a white bitch and all that type of shit. But I never looked at it like that. You know what I mean? I'm a pimp regardless. White, black, candy stripe. I'm gonna pimp and I'm gonna mash. So, like I said, the bitch would go back to them and she wouldn't give them no money. They'll take the bitch in and fuck on her, and then the bitch will go on to the next. But see, when she came back to me, you know, I would let the bitch know, like, look, bitch, before you get back over here to me, you better have some money for yourself. I mean, for a pimp, you know what I mean? You better have a trap together, and it's gonna be some disciplinary action. You know what I mean? This is a young green freeze, you know what I mean? So I'm just letting her know, like, look, you know, it's gonna be some disciplinary action, you know what I mean? You're going to the barbershop, bitch. I'm cutting your head. So the bitch would know this, but she would do what was necessary in order for me to in order for her to get back in my door and get back with me. You dig? So the bitch did that with me a couple of times, but it got old with me real quick. See, she kept doing it with them, but I removed myself from this triangle. You dig? Because I wasn't trying to go through all that type of shit. But it was one time, I'm getting back to the point of dry serving, right? One of them times, right, like I had sent the bitch out the door and I gave her what we call front money. I think I gave her like $75 front money, right, to go get down with on the strip. So the bitch go get down. She ended up going MIA. So top of the morning, my partner, who I said knocked the bitch in front of me that day in Vegas, months back, she go back over there with him. So he called me. He like, yeah, Freeze, man, you know, yeah, you know, I'm just back on your line again, let you know, pimp. You know, the bitch that came on back to a pimp, man. She done came on back home, man. Bitch over here, you know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. I said, okay, P, that's what's up, man. You know, good looking on letting me know what's up, man. But how much money did the bitch give you, P? And this is still a joke with me and Sinful to this day. We still joke about the shit. I say, how much money the bitch give you, P? He say, oh, man, you know, it ain't nothing to talk to a pimp about. I say, oh, it ain't nothing to talk to a pimp about. All right, man, and I left it at that. I said, all right, man, that's what's up. You know, I respect it. So the next day, the bitch get back on my line. And I tell the bitch, I say, look, you already know what it is with me. Go get you a trap. You know what I mean? You get to the trap. You get the trap, you get back over here to me. I'm going to take you to the barbershop, line you up, cut your head real nice and neat, you know what I mean? Give you this act right, and everything will be straight. So we go through the emotions and everything. Kush Blackstone. Sinful must have told y'all this story before, because that's exactly what it was. Or maybe I said it before, I don't remember. But anyway, you know, we go through the motions. The bitch, now she back over there with me. We chopping it up. I say, okay, bitch, how much money did you give the pimping when you went over there? The bitch was like, oh, well, I have. The bitch was like, oh, well, I have $5 left from the front money that you gave me, and I just gave him the $5 when I went over there. I said, wow. So this man took, of course, I'm not. See, that's one thing about me. Even if a pimp do something in the wrong, or if a pimp do something unpimpish or whatever, I'm never gonna down talk to pimping with a bitch. So I'm not talking with her like this, but in my mind, I'm like, damn, pimp, like, you called to serve the pimp over $5 that was left over from what I sent the bitch out the door with? Ken, right, he got 5 on it to pee. That's that nigga name. That's what we gonna call him. I got 5 on it to pee. Yeah, but it's all good though, because this is somebody, you know, who I'm still cool with him, you know what I mean? He all right with me in my book. We ended up being cool years after that, and we still cool, you know what I mean? I ain't talked to him in a minute, but we still cool with each other. Shouts out to him. But yeah, I got 5 on it to pee. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was another example of dry serving, man. He tried to call a pimp and serve a pimp with $5 that was left over from what I gave the bitch. You know what I mean? So now me and Sinful, you know, we always be joking with each other like, oh man, you know, it ain't nothing to talk to a pimp about. So if you hear me say something about how it ain't nothing to talk to a pimp about, now you know the origin behind that statement. You dig? But yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate all them type of moments, man, because they was definitely learning experience, man. And see, a lot of cats be like too pimpish to admit certain things, but you learn a lot of shit from your hoes, man. Or at least you're supposed to. You know, it's a lot of shit that you can learn from your hoes. Like, for instance, this same bitch that I'm talking about, right? That was going in this pimp triangle between us. One thing I learned from her is that a bitch, a real hoe is always going to keep her value in mind. You know what I mean? A real hoe is always going to have the mindset that this trick owes me. If I say hello to this trick, if I make eye contact with this trick, whatever, he owe me. But anyway, this same bitch, right? We was walking. I think we was going to the store to get something to eat or something. But we on the track, you know what I mean? And we was like right over there by where we was staying. So we had stepped outside and was walking to go get, I think, something to eat or something. But anyway, we walking. And this trick, you know, he bold as a motherfucker. He see the bitch walking with me, but he pull up trying to date the bitch. He in a Corvette. So the bitch go, you know, jump in the car with him. She get like down the street, like a block away, and jump back out the car and come walking up to me. And the bitch handed me $20. And I was like, what's up with this? And the bitch was like, oh, well, you know, he didn't have what I wanted, but I told him, you know, he needed to give me something, you know, just for me getting in the car with him. So he gave me this 20, you know. So I know it seemed real simple, but it told me a whole lot in that little experience, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna give too much game away, but that little experience taught me a whole lot, and it really opened my mind up in different areas, you know what I mean? As far as like, you know, what type of game to give a bitch. You know, because I'm really a mad scientist with this shit, man. I'm really a mad scientist when it comes to this game. And anybody who really know Freeze knows that. So, yeah, that was just one of them little eye-opening experiences where I learned from a hoe, man. And, hold on, excuse me. I got to take me a love break, man. If you haven't already, put you some H2O, put some love in your body. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, man, because as you can see, we chopping this good game, man. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, man. And I appreciate you for doing so. But yeah, man, moving right along. It was another little bitch that I had, man. Okay, I'll tell y'all about this bitch, right? Well, actually, it was two bitches that I had that made me put it in my mind that I will never accept a bitch only fucking with the internet. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of cats in the game to scream all this big old pimping, and they might be getting some money, a bitch might be paying them and all that type of shit, but you can't really call it pimping if you're not in control of the situation. If you're not leading and directing, you can't really call it pimping. I don't give a fuck how much money a bitch is giving you. You know what I mean? That's cool that the bitch paying you, more power to you. But if it's not on your terms, if it's not, you know, being led and directed by you, you can't really call it pimping. If you just conforming to the bitch's program, like you allow a bitch to come fuck with you and the bitch say, yeah, you know, I want to fuck with you. I like your pimping and everything, but listen, I don't work the track. I'm not finna get on the track for you. I'll play the lines, you know what I mean? I'll work the internet, sit in the room, take calls and do my thing like that, but I'm not finna get on the track for you. Or a bitch might say, you might want a bitch to work on the strip, going to casinos, and the bitch tell you, oh, well, I don't work the strip, I don't do casinos, but you know, I'll get in the strip club for you. You know, I'll do that. I don't really like the internet neither. I'm not gonna do that. Dating mindset, once again, I appreciate you. Dig that. I appreciate you for tuning in and supporting, bro. But yeah, you know, a lot of cats go for that type of shit. A lot of cats go for a bitch saying, look, I want to fuck with you, but I'm only do the internet. And then they, you know, they just accept the bitch, and, you know, even at times where it might be slow. Because anybody who done really fucked with the internet for real knows that it's not always consistent. You know? It's a lot. It'd be a lot of slow days on that internet. You might be checking it and killing them for 2-3 weeks straight. I'm talking about killing them. You might be making over a band every day for 2-3 weeks, even a month. But then that motherfucker will slow the fuck up, and you'll be like, what the fuck? You dig? Droney, as always, coming through. I appreciate you. But yeah, so like I said, it was a couple of experiences early in the game that made me had a mindset like, man, I ain't never accepting a bitch that's just gonna only work the internet, right? So it was this bitch that I knocked, right? I might have told some of y'all this story before, but me and Sinful, we in Vegas, right? We sweating hoes on the strip. And we see this black bitch and a white bitch, right? Over by Caesar's Palace. We get on their heels and we sweating them, right? I'm on the white bitch heels, and Sinful was at the black bitch, but Sinful ain't even really trying to have a black bitch. He's just keeping the bitch occupied while I sweat her partner. You dig? So I'm at the partner, the white bitch, right? And the black bitch getting mad and she talking crazy, you know what I mean? And Sinful roasting her motherfucking ass. But the whole time is, you know, he keeping her occupied while I'm at the white bitch. So that situation didn't go nowhere in that moment. But top of the morning, you know, like I said, this is at the time where I said I was staying at the Harbor Islands. So top of the morning, we pull up to the Harbor Islands, and we see them same two bitches from last night, black and the white bitch, sitting on the steps. So we pull up, jump out, and we like, what's going on? Why y'all just sitting here on the steps? And they was like, oh, we waiting for our folks to get here. So I'm like, damn, y'all just gonna sit here? Like, how long y'all been sitting here? And they was like, we been sitting here for a little minute, but you know, they just out of pocket than the motherfucker. They really green as a motherfucker. That's why they so out of pocket. They like, yeah, we just gonna sit here, woo woo. So, Sinful ended up spinning off, going doing his own thing. I ended up up in my joint to the Harbor Islands. I go to sleep, and I wake up later on in that afternoon or whatever, and I go to the car, and it's a motherfucking post-it on the driver's side door, and on the post-it it's a name and phone number, right? So I call the shit, you know what I mean? And it's the bitch. It's the bitch, the white bitch that was sitting on the steps, who I also was sweating at Caesar's Palace last night. So I called her, she come through, you know what I mean? She let me know she wanted to fuck with me and everything like that. So that night she ended up going to get a few little dollars. Wasn't nothing special, but she went and got a few little dollars and came and broke herself that night. And she got down on the track, but she wasn't really a track bitch. You know what I mean? She was more so an internet girl. And this was the night that I met her, that I was sweating her on the strip. That was her first time being on the strip. You dig? So she went to the track and got a few little dollars. I think I had her for a couple days. Shit didn't work out. You know what I mean? So she ended up, you know, going her own separate way. So fast forward some months later, right? This same bitch get on my line. I'm in California. Sinful with me in California. We in Cali pimping like a motherfucker. I got a little crazy little black bitch from Milwaukee. You know what I mean? But she down, and we in Cali doing our thing. The same little white bitch from Vegas, you know, the internet girl, Craigslist at the time. This is before Backpage. See, a lot of y'all only know Backpage. A lot of y'all don't remember before Backpage. But before Backpage was cracking, it was Craigslist. You know what I mean? So this one, Craigslist still had the erotic section up before they shut it down. So this is years before they shut it down. So that same white bitch get on my line, and she over there in Vegas. So I think me and Sinful end up having to go to Vegas anyway, so, or something like that. We end up doing a quick turnaround. And while I was in Vegas, I linked up with the bitch, you know what I mean? She wanted to fuck with me, so she jumped in the car with us and ride back to Cali. So now I'm in Cali with the bitch. You know, the little black bitch, she going crazy, you know what I mean? She already a crazy ass bitch, but now that I got this white bitch, she acting even more crazy, right? So I got them hoes in separate rooms. And I'm letting the white bitch, you know, do her thing on the internet. You know what I mean? But something happened. You know, Craigslist was funny at the time. And me and the bitch really didn't know how to figure out the problem, but her pictures was too big. And we couldn't post the ad because her pictures was too big, and we didn't know how to resize them motherfuckers, right? So, she in the room, and I'm like, well, okay, bitch, you know, we right here on the track. You know what I mean? We was on Sepulveda. You know, I got the crazy little Milwaukee bitch down the street on Sepulveda, and I got the white bitch, you know, over here on this side of Sepulveda. But we on the track. And, you know, bitch, until we figure out this Craigslist shit, till we figure out how to resize these pictures and get an ad up, you're going to have to come out here on this track. And the bitch was like, oh, no, I'm not going on the track. I'm talking about we right on the track. The bitch step outside and it's the track. You know what I mean? But the bitch swearing up and down that she's not going to work the track. And see, like I said, I'm not that kind of guy that's going to just accept this bitch being any kind of way. You know what I mean? But basically what it was is I wanted her to get on the track. She didn't want to get on the track. So I ended up just leaving her there. I ended up just leaving her at that room. You know what I mean? And that was when I made up in my mind that I can't fuck with no bitch this only working the internet. You dig? So so fast forward, you dig? Later on down the line, I end up with another situation like that. See, I don't mean to sound stereotypical, right? But at least early in the game in my days, later on, I ended up coming across some black bitches that was like that too. But my experience has been mostly white bitches that refuse to work anything but the internet. Refuse to work the strip, go in casinos, refuse to walk the track. You know what I mean? Just on some like, look, you gonna have to accept me working the internet or I just can't fuck with you, Freeze. And I be on some, I guess you just ain't gonna fuck with Freeze then, bitch. But I end up knocking this other bitch, right? Another situation like that. Pretty ass, tall, blonde, white bitch, right? The bitch was at the DTC in Vegas. Anybody who know the DTC, see, it ain't there no more. They just shut it down and moved it like down the street. You know what I mean? But those of y'all familiar with Vegas, if you was in Vegas like 07, 08, you know what I mean? The DTC used to be cracking. You know what I mean? You go to the DTC and it be action up at that motherfucker. So I pull up to the DTC one day. DTC is the bus station, for those of y'all who don't know Vegas. You know what I mean? Back at that time, it was the bus station where all the city buses, it was like the hub for the city buses. You know what I mean? But it would always be hoes at that motherfucker because it's downtown and it ain't too far from the jailhouse and it ain't too far from the Greyhound. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when bitches get out of jail, they'll go to the motherfucking DTC and be over there, you know, trying to figure it out from there, you know? And then Sugar Snap say the DTC will get you one. You already know, for real. I done knocked a few of them at the DTC. But anyway, like I said, bitch get out of jail. She don't know what she gonna do or where she gonna go or how or any of that. She gonna be at the motherfucking DTC. A bitch might pull up and get off the Greyhound. You know what I mean? She fresh in the town. She don't know where she gonna go, what she gonna do or anything like that. Bitch gonna be at the DTC. Bitch might get kicked out of her motherfucking room. You know what I mean? She couldn't pay for a room and she ain't got nowhere to go or anything like that. You know what I mean? The bitch gonna end up at the motherfucking DTC. You dig? So the DTC was like a orphanage. You dig? Not an orphanage, a orphanage. You know what I mean? The DTC was the orphanage. You know what I mean? Where all the orphans would end up. You know what I mean? So I pull up to the motherfucking DTC and I see a orphan, this tall, pretty ass, blonde hair, blue eyed orphan. You know what I mean? Sitting there with all her luggage and her bags and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, a pimp swoop in, get at her. You know what I mean? Bitch had like $100 on her or some shit like that. And, yeah, matter of fact, I didn't have a hoe at the time. But I'm mobile. I got a few little dollars in my pocket, you know, so I'm all right. I'm holeless, but I'm not doleless, and I'm not all the way fucked up. But I'm in between. So I end up knocking this bitch, right? And she ended up being another one of those. Like, so I wasn't the type of cat that was just like on some like, ah, bitch, you got to work the track or you got to walk the strip or anything like that. But I end up getting a few more dollars out the bitch and we end up going to California. You know what I mean? And she liked to work the internet. She ranting and raving about how she be really, you know, running it up on the internet. So we get to California, we get a room, we post. The bitch, her line is not booming. It's the opposite of booming. You know what I mean? It's assuming. It's assuming that at some point the motherfucking phone is gonna ring, and it's also assuming that once the phone rings that somebody is possibly gonna come through. But right now, Pimp, the line is not booming. You know what I mean? The line is assuming right now. You know what I mean? We're not booming, we're assuming. You dig? But assuming ain't gonna lead to consuming. You know what I mean? We need the shit booming so we can be consuming. You dig? But right now we assuming, so we not consuming. You dig? So Pimp over here trying to consume, man. And the bitch over here, you know, she thinking that she finna do some amazing things. You know what I mean? The bitch thinks she finna pull a rabbit out the hat and everything with this internet shit. But, you know, Pimp, looking at the watch and it's like, damn, bitch, you know, when is this shit supposed to When is it supposed to work? But anyway, we went like a whole day with nothing. And see, it's always an indication to me where a bitch is hard at and what her intentions is. Cause see, I don't give a fuck if a bitch is accustomed to working the internet or if she's accustomed to working the casinos or the strip club or the track or this or that. If a hoe is serious about getting some money, she's gonna go get it wherever it is. And if she's serious about seeing a pimp shine, you know what I mean? If she's serious about fucking with some pimping, a hoe gonna go get some money wherever it's at. You know what I mean? She gonna go in the motherfucking sewer and make wine out of manure and do whatever the motherfucker she gotta do, you know what I mean, in order to get some motherfucking money for a pimp. She's gonna do whatever's necessary. You dig? Right. Like King say, the track is always open. But a hoe gonna go wherever the money is. So, like I said, this bitch, you know, the track, the phone ain't booming, so we assuming. You dig? And I'm like, hey, you know, the track is right over here, bitch. You know, we need to go to this track, and we gonna go to the track and get this money. And the bitch is like, oh no, oh. Oh no, Freeze. I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you this, Freeze, but you know, I don't walk the track. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty little white bitch, and I don't have to walk the track, so I'm not gonna walk the track. You know, the lines will pick up at some point. The phone will start ringing at some point. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for that. I said, that's fine, bitch. But guess what? You're gonna have to do that by yourself. I can't sit here and wait with you. Bon voyage. It's been real. I'll holla. You dig? So, like I said, you know, I was in between hoes at the time. But that's one thing I always had about me, man. I ain't never compromised to have a bitch. You know what I mean? I ain't never bowed down or anything like that to have a motherfucking bitch and get a bitch to fuck with me. I just ain't never ever been into that. You know what I mean? I've always been a man about mine. You know what I mean? I ain't never did the deal like Sinful. Y'all know what Sinful call that shit, you know what I mean? Proposition 16, no 304. Freeze ain't never been with that. You know what I mean? I ain't never offered a bitch that kind of deal. I don't even know how to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know how to make deals with a bitch, you know. If a motherfucker, if a bitch come to me with a contract or some instructions on how to make a deal with her, I'm not gonna be able to comprehend that shit. You know what I mean? The only deal I know how to do is make is like, bitch, this is the deal. I'm gonna pimp, you gonna hoe, and that's the deal. You dig? That's the only deals I know how to make with a hoe. But yeah, man. It got to be a pimp's way. Because see, what a lot of people don't understand, somebody has to lead. You know, and in a situation with some pimping and hoeing, the pimping got to lead, man. But a lot of cats don't be leading. A lot of cats just be accepting the money. A lot of cats ain't got no game for a bitch. A lot of motherfuckers ain't got no instructions for a bitch. A lot of motherfuckers just got their hand out and accept the money. See, Douglas, I appreciate you. Said that T-Mobile Arena is cracking tonight, huh? I'm already knowing that Mr. Olympia is today. Today and yesterday, you know what I mean? But today is the main event for that Mr. Olympia. That's why that T-Mobile Arena cracking over there. I'm already knowing. So, really the whole Vegas is cracking right now for that Mr. Olympia. You dig? I wouldn't mind being out there, but at the same time, I don't have the same outlook on Vegas no more. I don't have the same spark that I used to have about Vegas. I used to love Vegas. I used to love going to Vegas. I used to love doing my thing in Vegas. I used to love campaigning in Vegas. I got a lot of great memories in Vegas in this game, man. So you know, it was once a beautiful town, but it's a lot of, like, Vegas has always been a punk haven. You know what I mean? Like the punk ass bitches, Vegas has always been a safe haven for them. So, that part ain't new. But even though it was always a punk haven, even the punks had a certain type of respect for the game and, you know, the way that the town was and all that type of shit. You know, now bitches just ain't got no type of order. It ain't no order. And I can't really blame the bitches, you know what I mean? It's a lot of sucker ass niggas out there collecting traps from bitches that ain't doing no pimping. You know what I mean? But Vegas is just it's a town full of a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't doing no pimping and no hoeing. I ain't saying nobody is doing no pimping and nobody is doing no hoeing, but Vegas is oversaturated with a bunch of motherfuckers in the game that's not doing no pimping and not doing no hoeing. You dig? Oh, that fight is tonight, that Canelo Triple G. Damn, I forgot all about that fight was coming up. I've been seeing advertisements for that shit. Yeah, so Vegas is a big night tonight. You got the Canelo Triple G fight, and you got Mr. Olympia. Oh, so Vegas is on fire. I know the Vice, like C. Douglas said, I know the Vice out there deep as a motherfucker doing their thing. You know what I mean? But everybody, a lot of motherfuckers be scared of the Vice and all that other type of shit. A lot of motherfuckers don't understand that the Vice, see, this is the thing that I know about Vegas Vice from personal experience. Yeah, it's their job to catch you up and do do their thing and all of that. But the Vice respects certain motherfuckers to a certain extent. See, it's funny, right? Speaking of Vegas and speaking of Vice, a lot of motherfuckers have always got on me and Sinful for being suited and booted all the time in Vegas. Because especially in our early days, because, you know, me and Sinful come into the game together. And in our early days, I'm talking about every single day, me and Sinful would be suited and booted, and we would go everywhere together campaigning. And every time you see us, we are in uniform. Every time you see me and Sinful, we suited and booted. You know what I mean? We dressed to a T. So a lot of motherfuckers used to like get at us like, man, y'all crazy for wearing them suits all the time, man. You know, y'all too loud with this pimping, and you know, y'all gonna have problems behind that type of shit, man. You know, y'all need to learn how to be more low key with the dress code and all this, that, and the third. See, me, I never wanted to look like a rapper. I never wanted to look like a dope boy. I always wanted to look like some pimping. And I know the pimping look exceptional. You know, me and Sinful used to turn a lot of heads in Vegas. That was another see, people been hating me and Sinful from the gate. You know what I mean? As I think about it, we had a lot of love in the game always, but we always had a lot of hate too. You know, and a lot of motherfuckers hated us because we were some fly ass motherfuckers with mouthpieces and kept shit stirred up and kept shit shook up around that motherfucker, kept bitches out of pocket, you know. So a lot of motherfuckers hated us for them reasons. But anyway, like I say, a lot of motherfuckers used to criticize us because we stayed suited and booted all the time, and they thought that that was a bad thing. They thought that that was going to attract some bad attention and cause problems. But what they don't understand is motherfuckers respect that. See, if you claiming to be some pimping and you in Vegas, see, that's what they don't understand. Like, when it comes to the Vice, they season. Just like we know a pimp when we see one, we know a hoe when we see one, the Vice know a pimp when they see one, and the Vice know a hoe when they see one. And it don't matter how you're dressed or any of that type of shit. They know the shit when they see it because they out doing their job every night, just like we out doing our job every night. So they know what they know what they see when they see it. So if you got some motherfucking jeans hanging off your ass and a t-shirt on and some sneakers and all that type of shit, they know if you some pimping or not. Or at least claiming to be some pimping. If you got on a suit, they know if you some pimping or not. But what motherfuckers don't understand is, to a certain extent, they respect the pimping. I think I told y'all this story before. But one time, me and Sinful walking through the Cosmo, right? We just strolling through the Cosmo. And while we walking, it's a Latina girl Latina girl walking with this white dude, right? The white dude, he like Wonder Bread. He as white as it get. Bald headed, you know what I mean? Dressed like a typical trick, you know what I mean? As white as it get, clean cut. So him and the little Latina, they walking at like a regular pace, right? So they get to the valet of the Cosmo. About a minute or two later, the little Latina, she's speeding back towards us, right? Me and Sinful standing there, the bitch speeding towards us. But what Sinful didn't see was the white boy trying to catch up to the bitch. So I peeped the whole move already. And I knew what it was. You dig? So the bitch speed past us, and as she was going past, Sinful shot a shot at her. He said something to the bitch, right? But I tried to stop him. I tried to pull his coattail like, bro, you don't want to talk to her right now. But he moved fast. So he had already shot a shot at the bitch, but it was real quick because the bitch blew by us like, you know what I mean? So the bitch shot past, the Sinful said something to her as she shot past. So the white boy, who Sinful didn't see that I saw, he comes speeding up behind the bitch, and as he sped past us, he didn't even look at Sinful. But he leaned towards Sinful as he was passing by and said, "No sweat zone, buddy," and kept walking. I'm talking about, see, I wish I could show y'all what this dude looked like. White dude that looked like he ain't never listened to a rap song ever in his life, ain't never been to a ghetto or nothing like that. Talking about some no sweat zone, buddy. So, obviously by this point, we know it's Vice. You know what I mean? This is the Vice. This is the police that just told Sinful, no sweat zone, buddy, and kept it pushing, right? So Sinful had this look like, fuck. I was like, damn, P, I tried to tell you, man, but you move fast with this shit, though, man. You know what I mean? You moved a little too fast. I couldn't get your attention. But, yeah, I seen the boy. But anyway, about 10 minutes later, me and Sinful walking through the Cosmo towards the strip. And we see that Vice officer over in the cut standing by himself, right? So when we walking past, he tells Sinful, he say, hey, man, come talk to me for a minute. So Sinful go over there to him, and I keep walking, right? So Sinful go over there and talk to the man. And he come back to me. I'm like, damn, P, what was that about? And he like, this is what the dude told him. He said, look, man, I know who you are, and I know who your partner is. I see you guys all the time. You know, and I know you guys aren't like the other guys. You know what I mean? You guys always dress nice. You conduct yourselves like gentlemen. So I know what you guys are, and I know what you're about, but I know that you're not like the other guys. You know what I mean? So just do me this favor. He said, when you see me doing my job, don't interfere with me doing my job. And if you keep it like that, when I see you doing your job, I won't interfere with you. Sinful was like, shit, okay. And left it at that. You dig? But it was a respect thing because of the way that he seen us conducting ourselves in the way that we dressed. He respected our suit game and he respected our class. You know what I mean? We wasn't the type of motherfuckers that was chasing bitches through casinos. We wasn't the type of motherfuckers that slapping hoes on the strip and beating bitches up in public and all that type of shit and being belligerent and fighting. And we wasn't like that. You know what I mean? We wasn't harassing hoes or forcing hoes to do nothing. We was gentlemen about our shit and we was classy. And that's why that man respected us like that. You dig? That's why he respected us like that. Yeah, like Anton say, we Renaissance men, you know? Original. We was distinguished with this shit. So that's why that man respected us like that. So that's when I learned, you know, that it ain't like what motherfuckers be saying. You know, oh man, them suits is loud and you gonna draw the wrong kind of attention and all that type of shit. No, what we did with them suits on was command some respect. And I'm pretty sure that us wearing them suits and moving like gentlemen with this shit kept us out of a whole bunch of trouble. Yeah, Ken, for real. Yeah, he did. But, okay, y'all. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, because we in here popping and chopping this shit. You know what I mean? This good game. Telling y'all some motherfucking stories about Freeze's early days in the game. You know what I mean? Some of my first hoes. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. For those of y'all who have hit the like button already, I appreciate you. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that motherfucker right now, man. And if you haven't done so already, put some H2O in your life, man. Put some love in your body one time. If you don't know how to put some love in your body, if you don't know what the love in your body look like, man, I'm about to show you. Pay attention. You lean your head back and you pour like so. Chug it on down. Now you got some love in your body. You know what I mean? And this love in your body is going to prevent you from having a whole lot of health problems. See, that's what motherfuckers don't know, man. That's why I promote y'all loving yourselves as heavily as I do, man. And a big part of loving yourself is drinking this water. I promote good health and loving yourself and drinking water, because if you don't do nothing else, if you make sure that you drink enough water every day, you're going to prevent yourself from having a lot of health problems. See, those of y'all that's younger, it ain't going to always hit you right away because you young, you got youth on your side. But if you just keep living and you get up in your 30s and your 40s and you the type of person that don't drink enough water, oh, that shit going to come back to bite you. And when it come back to bite you, it's going to bite you hard than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So make it a good habit while you're young to drink you enough water every day. I recommend that you drink a gallon a day. You know what I mean? I would love it if you drank a gallon a day. But if you can't drink that much a day, you could drink two quarts a day. 2 quarts is the minimum that you should drink every day of water. You dig? So like I said, if you don't do nothing else, if you ain't got to necessarily get exercise and work out and try to be all, you know, I would love to see you do that. But if you don't do nothing else, make sure you drink some water, man. You know, a lot of people be having headaches and body aches and, you know, all kind of other health issues and shit like that. And a lot of times it's due to, you know, a lack of hydration, a lack of water in their life. You dig? Knock, knock. That's what's up. Yeah, man. You know, and see, I appreciate y'all for letting me know that y'all been on your water tip, man, because a lot of y'all been letting me know, man, you know, yeah, Freeze, you got me on my water shit, man. I appreciate y'all for letting me know that. You dig? Because that's my mission, you know what I mean? I want to see us get better. That's why I get on here and pop it and chop it, you know what I mean? So that for those of us in the game, those of us that's already in the game active, become better individuals in the game. And even for those of us that's not in the game, those of y'all that's watching Freeze chopping and popping and you not in the game, dig? If you taking the game that you soaking up in here and applying it to your life, you know, because like I say all the time, this game is universal, man. It got universal application. This game, this information, this knowledge has universal application. So if you taking this game that I'm chopping and popping on here and you applying it and implementing it in your life, and it's having, you know, positive effects on your life, then it's all good, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking the time to soak this up and implement it in your life. You dig? Let me know that me being on here is not in vain. Between the lines say, but Freeze, when you gonna start giving rap lessons though? I ain't gonna give rap lessons, you know what I mean? Cause see, I come from a different era, man. When it comes to the rapping, man, in my book, it's either you got it or you don't. You know, I come from a time where you had to be talented with the shit, man. Nowadays, you ain't got to necessarily be talented, but if you got talent, you know what I mean, I could give demos on how to you know, hone your talent. But whatever it is that you do, man, you just got to work on it daily. You know, a lot of these cats that call themselves rappers don't work on it daily. You know what I mean? They do it when it's convenient or you know, when they have to or some shit like that. But a motherfucker that's really a rapper, they gonna rap every day. Roflex, what's up with it? I see you, man. But yeah, man, back to this game though. You know what I mean? These stories about these Freeze's first hoes, man. I tell you, man, the first time I really got cross country with this shit, man, I was in Vegas and I was with Sinful and we downtown Vegas at the Greyhound, right? And you know, we used to always go to the Greyhound to campaign. Now it's a little different, you know, because the way that it's set up and the way that they move at the Greyhound, you can't just go up there and post up. But back in the days, you used to be able to just go to the Greyhound and post up and wait for buses to pull up with hoes on them, or wait for people to pull up and drop hoes off so they can get on the bus. And in the midst of all that, you know what I mean, a pimp getting a bitch's ear and give her an earful of this all-you-can-hear buffet of this game, and you know, campaign, do our best to have a hoe. So I'm up at the Greyhound one day with Sinful, and it was this little white bitch, right? She had pulled up. She got off the bus. She had came from California, and she had like an hour-and-a-half layover in Vegas. She was waiting to switch buses, and she was ultimately on her way to the East Coast. You dig? So I see the bitch sitting down inside the Greyhound, and I go get up in the bitch's ear. You know, I'm getting at the bitch. You know what I mean? I'm clean as a motherfucker. You know, I got this white blazer on with some jeans, some white loafers. You know what I mean? Looking like $1 million, smelling like $1 million. Haircut once again as usual. Look like it's touched by God. You dig? So I'm getting at the bitch. The bitch let me know her story. You know what I mean? She coming from California. She on her way to the East Coast to go see her son and get back with her ex-folks. She had blew up on her folks, came to the West Coast, but now she want to go get back with her folks that turned her out. I think she had been with him for like some months or close to a year or some shit like that, or something like that. But anyway, I end up letting the bitch know, like, look, bitch, you know what I mean? I got a vehicle, you know what I mean? And if you do what you're supposed to do, we can make our way to the East Coast together. You know what I mean? Which I had already been wanting to go cross country anyway, because, you know, that's just a part of this game. When you young in the game and you doing your thing, you know, you want to go explore the land. You want to go explore other areas with this shit. Plus, you want to test your pimping. You dig? You want to go see what these other areas is about, and you want to get down and do your thing, rub elbows, you know what I mean, and make a name for yourself in this game. So, when I come across this bitch, she was a reason for me to go cross country. So, the bitch ended up deciding to fuck with me, but it almost was a problem. The Greyhound really tried to interfere with the pimp, because the bus driver wouldn't let this bitch get her luggage off the bus. You know what I mean? The bus driver was on some like, yeah, you can't get it off until we get to Denver. You know what I mean? But the bitch still jumped in the car with a pimp, broke herself. You know what I mean? Bitch had $800 on her. Bitch broke herself. You dig? And we end up following the bus to Denver. When we get to Denver, the bitch got her motherfucking luggage off the bus, and then we end up moving cross country. You know what I mean? We traveling down that 70, you know what I mean? And we would stop along the way and run it up along the way. You dig? We stop in Kansas City. The bitch do her thing over there, get a little bit of money. We keep on moving. We go to St. Louis. You dig? The bitch running up over there in St. Louis for a day or so. You know what I mean? We continue on to Naptown, Indianapolis. You dig? The bitch running up over there. We continue on, and we end up making our way to West Virginia. Oh, and that was another thing too. When I ended up knocking the bitch in Vegas, I called and served her ex folks, and he was cool as a motherfucker. And it was crazy because we ended up meeting each other, not in the flesh, but we ended up chopping it up on the phone years later. You know what I mean? Damn near a decade later, and we end up being cool as a motherfucker. He cool as hell. You dig? But so we end up making it to West Virginia because that's where the bitch family was at, and that's where her son was at. So we pull up in West Virginia, stay there for like a day or two, you know what I mean? And then we end up going from West Virginia to DC, and we was playing DC, a little bit of Virginia, but mostly we was in Maryland. You know what I mean? We just was playing that whole DMV area though. You know what I mean? And this is like I said, this is when Craigslist was going on. You know what I mean? That bitch was tearing them up on Craigslist over there in that Virginia, tearing them up in Maryland. I mean, tearing them up in DC. We just doing our thing all around that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And it was just cool. Like I said, you know, to go cross country and do my thing and touch down in different areas. You know what I mean? And be able to say, I pimped here, I pimped there, pimped in all these different areas. You know what I mean? So it was just cool as a motherfucker. Cool experience for a young pimp. You dig? So yeah, but that bitch was a trip though, you know what I mean? And it was crazy because she stuck with a pimp. Oh, that this same bitch that I'm talking about that I went cross country with, right? I got a funny ass story, some green ass shit that I did, right? So I can't remember what me and this bitch was arguing over, right? But we on our way back to the West Coast. We done left the DMV area. And we traveling down to 40 this time, and we pushing through Tennessee. You know what I mean? We probably a little ways from Memphis, going west. And this bitch was saying something to me, and you know, the bitch got a little height on her. You know what I mean? She about the same height as we, like the same exact height. The bitch like 5'10". You know what I mean? So, and at the time, you know, I'm not on swole or no shit like that. You know, but bitch, I'm still a man, and bitch, you ain't gonna talk to me in your kind of way, and bitch, don't think you motherfucking tough, you know what I mean? But anyway, we rolling, and we start arguing about something, and the bitch, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she kind of like insinuated, you know what I mean, that she could whoop a pimp's ass or some shit like that, you know what I mean? I'm like, this lily ass white bitch talking about she gonna whoop a pimp, or I can't remember what she said, but I ended up pulling up over on the side of the road. Like, all right, bitch, you think you tough around this motherfucker? Okay, bitch, step your motherfucking ass out this car. My silly ass, you know what I mean? I'll leave the motherfucking keys in the ignition like a goofball. And this bitch was smart enough, you know what I mean, to lock the door on the pimp. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, bitch, get your motherfucking ass out this car, bitch. We gonna see what you about though, ho. Now, I mean, you talking all this old tough ass shit like you gonna whoop me, bitch. I'm a grown ass motherfucking man, and I'm some pimping, bitch. Get your motherfucking ass out this car, ho. Now, I mean, and my silly ass, I had a truck at the time. I jumped out the truck, and as soon as I jumped out the truck, I hear click, loop, 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 loop. Motherfucking door is locked up. Now, I mean, so now I'm locked outside the motherfucking car, and I'm going crazy talking shit. Bitch, get your motherfucking ass out this car, bitch. Bitch wouldn't get out the motherfucking, now, man. She's just sitting there looking at me, smiling and shit with her motherfucking punk ass, you know. But the bitch ended up unlocking the car, keeping it cool, because motherfucking state trooper pulled up on us. Black man. He pulled up on us because he seen me talking crazy. Oh, that's what I forgot to say too. Yeah, matter of fact, before I got out the car, I can't remember if the bitch headbutted me or I headbutted the bitch. It was some crazy shit like that. Knowing my crazy ass, I probably was the one that headbutted her motherfucking ass. Well, my big head ass. But the bitch had like a little bruise or something. You know, she a white girl. She had like a little bruise on her forehead or some shit like that from when I headbutted her ass, you know what I mean? And so now I'm locked outside the car going crazy, talking shit, bamming on the window. Bitch, get your motherfucking ass out this truck, bitch. And the motherfucking state trooper pull up and he like, is everything okay? I respected that about the bitch though. I mean, the bitch kept it solid. You know what I mean? And the bitch, you know, by that time she done unlocked the door and everything like that. And she like, yeah, officer, everything's cool, you know, we fine. And the officer ended up kept it pushing, you know what I mean? And I was still talking shit once I got back in the motherfucking truck. Like, yeah, bitch, you know what I mean? You lucky I don't beat your motherfucking ass, bitch. Thinking you tough, you know what I mean? Like you go toe to toe with a pimp, you know what I mean? Bitch really tried to test a pimp's manhood though. Like, bitch thought because she was kind of tall and we the same height and everything, you know what I mean? And she was gonna be able to whoop a pimp, but the bitch was gonna be sorely mistaken, you know what I mean? Bitch was lucky she, you know, fucked around and outfoxed the pimp one time and locked that motherfucking door on me. You dig? Yeah, funny ass story, but it's crazy though, you know what I mean? See, those of y'all who watch Sinful and follow Sinful, y'all already know, like Sinful told y'all, you know what I mean? When Sinful first came in the game, you know, he was a cutthroat. He was, you know, a conniver. You know what I mean? Because he come up around motherfuckers in the game who had the understanding that, you know, the game is about who could tell the best lie. You know what I mean? So Sinful, you know, he's a clever motherfucker. And he was using his cleverness, you know, for evil at the time. You know what I mean? You know, he was an evil pimp at the motherfucking time. You dig? So Sinful would do or say whatever slick shit he had to do or say in order to have a motherfucking hoe. You dig? So like I said, me and this white bitch who I done headbutted in the motherfucking truck, you dig? We end up making our way back to the West Coast, so now we back in Vegas, right? And so we back in Vegas. I got the bitch down, she doing her thing, you know, and I had her down on the strip this one particular night, right? And I was interviewing with this little Mexican bitch. And the bitch was getting mad. The white bitch was. You know what I mean? She was getting mad at me, but I had let the bitch know, you know what I mean? I'm over here in the process of knocking this other bitch, you know what I mean? You continue doing your thing, it's all good. But she really was trying to run interference, you know, and she was trying to sabotage the mission of me knocking the Mexican bitch. So the bitch ended up getting mad and blowing up, right? So now the bitch blew up, but she's still in the area. You know what I mean? So Sinful get up on the bitch and he said whatever, you know, evil Dr. Evil Pimp shit that he had to say, you know what I mean? And Sinful ended up coming up with the bitch, you know? And, it was just a funny little situation, you know? So now I was back on my, you know, Sinful made me get on some evil pimp shit too. You know what I mean? But see, the thing about it though, even though me and Sinful was having our little evil pimp bouts with each other, you know what I mean? We always kept it solid with each other. We always was bros, you know what I mean? But, you know, he and the bitch ear dirty macking me in order to get the bitch. So that's what he ended up doing. He ended up coming up with the bitch. You know what I mean? So a situation happened where the bitch ended up going to jail. Oh, and that's the part I didn't tell. This same bitch that I'm talking about, right? She had warrants. She had felony warrants in Ohio. So the bitch was on the run from Ohio because before she started hoeing, she was a dope girl, and the bitch had caught a dope case when she was selling dope with some D-boy nigga. So the bitch was on the run from Ohio for a felony warrant, right? So when Sinful knocked the bitch, she ends up getting arrested, and she goes to jail. And when she go to jail, you know, Sinful, he got a different type of outlook on it. He a totally different gentleman in the game now. But at that time, this is the Sinful who had never been in trouble, had never been to jail, so he don't know what it's like to go to jail and be stuck in there with nobody to look out for you. I mean, so the bitch go to jail, she waiting to get extradited to Ohio, so she end up sitting there for 30 days. But you know, Sinful just left the bitch in there like, you know, bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm out here pimping. You know, Sinful was having it his way. He steadily moving hoes and steadily knocking bitches and all type of shit like that. So Sinful wasn't really tripping on the bitch once she went to jail. You dig? But she was a cool little bitch. You know what I mean? So what I start doing is I start going visiting the bitch and letting the bitch know, like, yeah, bitch, you know what I mean? Sinful don't care nothing about you, bitch. You see he done left you over here in jail, bitch. But look who over here at the motherfucking jailhouse visiting your motherfucking ass, though, bitch. Yeah, Freeze, you know what I mean? The same one that you left, you know, high and dry, bitch, you know what I mean? But I'm still in the game, though, bitch, still active. And I'm still over here about your motherfucking hoeing, though, bitch. Yeah, so the bitch ended up getting extradited to Ohio, and she ended up facing them charges. She ended up doing, I think she ended up doing like 7 months in jail or prison or whatever. And then she got out, and she was back on my line for a minute. And yeah, I can't remember what ended up happening with the bitch. But yeah, me and Sinful was dirty macking each other. You know what I mean? But like I said, we never let that interfere, because this is what we, you know, even though that wasn't my get down, that was his get down, because like I said, he was influenced by different people like Nice. He told y'all about Nice and, you know, other cats from Milwaukee, you know what I mean, that he was around at the time, that he was, you know, this is what he seen coming in the game, and he was influenced by them because they was doing their thing, and what they was doing was working for them. You know what I mean? They was having it their way. They was having money. They was shining. They was doing their thing. So this is what he seen coming into the game, and that's what he was influenced by. So he was on the same shit. But me, I wasn't so much like that, but I would get like that if a motherfucker got like that with me. So that's what it was. You know what I mean? He got like that with me. You know what I mean? He became Dr. Evil Pimp on me, so I became Dr. Evil Pimp right back on him, and it became a thing where we was like dirty macking each other. You know what I mean? But so you know, this is kind of like our understanding, you know, that this is a part of the game. Now we much more seasoned and matured in the game, and you know, ain't neither one of us, our minds don't even work like that. But you know, this is what we was on early in the game. And like I said, we always kept it solid with each other, because we never took any of that personal, because we thinking it's about, you know, doing whatever and saying whatever, you know, to get the bitch or whatever like that. You know what I mean? So it was what it was, though. You dig? It is what it is. But I'm gonna read some of y'all's comments, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. As much fun as I'm having, man. You know, I like staying live with y'all, man, and chopping and popping this shit. But I got to go get my workout in, man. So I'm gonna read a few comments and answer a few questions, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You dig? Jay Jones, this game is definitely indeed a trip. Ken, yeah, you know, we was young rookies in the game. We was learning our way, you know what I mean? But I appreciate all them lessons, man. You know, all them lessons that we learned early in the game. I appreciate all that shit. You know, it was fun in the motherfucker too. Oh, that's another story I didn't tell, man. Uh, this is why Pimp always got to be careful who you allow into your household. Listen to me, man. You always got to be careful who you allow into your household. You got to take inventory of these hoes and learn who and what you're dealing with and get as much of this bitch's hoe facts as you can before you just let this bitch up into your household. See, because pimps just be letting bitches into their household and they don't be knowing what type of bitch they got in there, right? You don't know if this bitch is a setup artist. You don't know if this bitch is a snitch or anything like that. That's why, you know, I'm gonna have to do a video about that too, as I speak and think about it. A video about, you know, basically not letting money be the only thing to determine whether or not you accept this bitch. You know what I mean? Because if money is all it takes for this bitch to get with you, you know what I mean? You could be accepting all kind of shit. You know, a snake could come to you with some money. You know what I mean? A rat could come to you with some money. You dig? So if all it takes is for some money for this bitch to get up and around you and get in your business, you know, you could be accepting any kind of bitch. So like I say, remember I just told y'all, the bitch that I had, Sinful knocked her. After Sinful knocked her, she got arrested in Vegas and she had to sit down and wait to get extradited to Ohio. So boom. I had this little, I guess you could say she a Puerto Rican bitch, right? I had this bitch at the time. So, I only had her like a couple days. I knocked the bitch. I had her for like two. No, matter of fact, I had this bitch before. You know what I mean? She ended up blowing on me. I seen her and knocked her again, right? So this is the second time that I had this bitch, but I had her for like 2 days. And the first time I had the bitch, I didn't have her for a long time. The first time I had the bitch, I think I only had her for like a day and a half or something, maybe 2 days max. So I didn't really know this bitch like that. You dig? But anyway, I knocked the bitch again. I got her for like 2 days. And I just let her into my joint where I was staying at. You know what I mean? And this one particular night, I sent the bitch out the door about 10 o'clock that night, right? I left out the door to go campaign around midnight that night. So around 12 o'clock that night, I go out. I'm out campaigning. I'm down the whole night, you know what I mean, doing my thing, so on and so forth. And the same bitch who I told you the Sinful had that was in jail, I already had it in my mind to go visit her top of the morning. So I'm out campaigning all night. Top of the morning comes, visiting time comes, I go visit the bitch in jail, right? And I hadn't heard from the little Puerto Rican bitch. So I don't know what's going on with her. But anyway, I go down to the jailhouse, visit the bitch, the white bitch that was in jail. I leave the jailhouse. I get back to my joint around 9 o'clock in the morning, right? When I walk up to my joint, my door is hanging open. While my door is hanging open, it's a big-ass Chuck Taylor footprint. This shit look like a Shaq shoe. Imagine Shaq wearing some Chuck Taylors and kicking your motherfucking door in. That's what I seen. You dig? It's a motherfucking Chuck Taylor footprint, and I go up in the house. You know what I mean? All my belongings is gone. You know what I mean? All my little, anything of value, basically. And they took all of my fucking clothes. Now, fortunately, you know, like I said, Pimp was suited and booted all the time. So I had a suit on when the shit took place. When I went and visited the bitch and all this shit and came back, I had a suit on throughout all of that, right? Now, so I come back to the joint. These motherfuckers was so grimy, they even took my dirty clothes that I needed to take to the cleaners. You know what I mean? I had my dirty clothes that needed to go to the cleaners in a bag. They took all my suits that was clean. They took all my shit that was dirty. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers wiped me out. left a pimp with nothing to wear but the shit that I had on at the time. But at least I was clean though, you know what I mean? And I swear to you, these is just the trials and tribulations of the game. You know, I worked that suit like a motherfucker, you know, and that's why a lot of cats who was around Vegas at that time, I earned a lot of respect with them, and people who remember me from that time still respect me until this day, because I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. When that shit happened, first of all, I learned a lesson, because I put it together and figured out that that bitch had sent them niggas, whoever it was, to my joint, and it was a good thing that I wasn't there, because you already know, if a motherfucker coming to kick the door in, they ready for whatever, you know, because ain't no telling whose door they kicking in and what they on and what they ready for. So it was a blessing that I wasn't there. It was a blessing that I went and visited the bitch and, you know, came home later than I normally would have if I didn't visit the bitch, you know, because if I would have been there at the time, it would have been an ugly situation. More than likely somebody would have got hurt, me or them or whatever, you dig? So it was just a good thing that it played out like that, you know what I mean? The game, you know, protected me in that situation. But yeah, like I say, that's why, you know, a motherfucker got to take inventory of whatever bitch it is that you accepted to your household and learn about this bitch. But like I said, I earned a lot of people's respect during that time, because I would be out there in that same motherfucking suit every day. I'm talking about I wore that suit every motherfucking day until I ended up knocking another bitch, pimping up for some more clothes, and, you know, just pimping from there. I wore that suit every day for like weeks. Motherfuckers was tired of seeing Freeze in that motherfucking suit. They like, damn, Freeze got this motherfucking same suit on every day. But I didn't care about none of that shit. I was in that same motherfucking suit every day, sweating the shit out of something, and I end up coming up on a motherfucking hoe, pimping up for some more clothes, pimping up for some more dough, and just stayed active, and the rest is history, you know what I mean? But, you know, I never really worried about a motherfucker seeing me down, seeing me fucked up, because I knew what I stood for, I knew what I was about, and I knew what my outcome was going to be. I knew that I could be delayed but never denied, though, because I was going to stay down. And it didn't matter what the fuck my circumstance was right now, because I'm going to stay active, I'm going to stay pimping, and I'm going to come up, and I'm going to be good. You dig? So I never really tripped off of motherfuckers seeing me with that same suit on all the time. But like I said, what it did, see, it's a different time now. See, back at that time, if a motherfucker seen a pimp down like that, you know, motherfuckers respected it. Like, damn, Pimp is serious. He don't give a fuck. That nigga down in that same suit every motherfucking day, sweating the shit out of some hoes. He at work like a motherfucker. Every time I see him, he's in a pimp's place, which is in a hoe's face. Every time I see him, he's at a bitch. Every time I see him, he's working. Every day in that same motherfucking suit. He might got that same motherfucking suit on every day for weeks. I've been seeing him for 2 weeks. He got that same suit on every motherfucking day. But every day he's down. Every day he's outside. Every day he's down, not just all night, but all day. He's always outside, and he's always at a bitch. You know, it was respected. But nowadays, when motherfuckers see a pimp down, motherfuckers see a pimp fucked up, they want to roast. You know what I mean? They want to look down on the motherfucker. You know, they want to give a motherfucker the cold shoulder instead of being a blessing and being like, come on, pimp, let's go campaign. You know what I mean? Or, here, pimp, you know what I mean? I got this bitch, you know, she ain't fucking with me no more, but the bitch is known to have some money on her over there, you know what I mean? Go ahead and call this bitch P. I'm finna text you her number right now. Get on this bitch line, P. You might get a breaking out the bitch. You know what I mean? This is the type of shit that pimps do for each other. You know what I mean? I just did the shit the other day with my young partner. I got a young partner that's over there in Vegas, you know what I mean? And he in between hoes right now. And it was a bitch that I had a few months ago that ain't with me no more, you know. And the last time I talked to the bitch, you know, the bitch tried to throw it in my face like, yeah, you know, yeah, Freeze, I ain't fucking with you, but I got some racks over here for the next real one that I come across. So, I want to see the bitch with some pimping. Even though she don't want to fuck with me no more, cool. The bitch got the right to choose. And I know that I'm not the only pimp in the world, and I can't pimp on everybody, and everybody ain't for me, just like I ain't for everybody. So, but I want to see the bitch with some pimping though. You know what I mean? And I want to see my partner with a bitch, because I know he's some pimping. So I was on the line chopping it up with him. He let me know what's going on with him. I said, hey P, and he know the bitch. He done been around the bitch before when I had her. So I'm telling her, like, yeah, P, you remember the bitch that I had back when, you know what I mean? The bitch over there, she back, over there by herself doing her thing. You know what I mean? Last time I talked to the bitch say she got some racks on her for the next one she choose, man. It's a good thing that the bitch done already been around you. She seen you. She know you some pimping. You know what I mean? So go ahead, get on this bitch line, P. I'm finna text you the bitch number right now, you know what I mean? You already know the bitch who she is and everything like that. Get on her line, P. You might got a breaking coming. You know what I mean? That's how the pimp it do. But see, like I said, I guess in that regard, I'm old school, because a lot of cats in today's times, they so selfish and they don't understand why the game don't bless them. You know what I mean? This is the type of shit that the pimping do. Pimping want to see pimping winning. Pimping want to see the hoe winning. You know what I mean? Like me, any hoe that really ever fucked with me, as long as she didn't do, like I've said before, as long as a bitch ain't betrayed me, I want to see the bitch doing her thing. Situations happen all the time where it don't work out. And, bitches, they subject to do fag shit. Bitches is subject to do punk shit. But me, I don't ever take it personal. I don't hold grudges with bitches and shit like that. If a bitch might have did some punk shit and we end up going our separate ways or whatever, as long as she didn't do no betrayal type shit, as long as a bitch didn't set me up to get robbed, set me up to get killed, or try to put me in a joint forever where I ain't got no get back and all that type of shit, make me lose my freedom, she all right in my book. You dig? So I just want to see everybody in the game win. Everybody that's in the game, that's true to the game, that's really about this shit. Not these suckers, not these weirdos, not these busters. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the real ones that's really true to the game and really respect the game. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win. You know what I mean? But hey, everybody ain't like that. But it is what it is. Let me read a few of these comments before I wrap this up, man. If you haven't already, do a pimp a favor. Hit that motherfucking like button. Those of y'all who have hit the like button already, you know what I mean? The pimpin' appreciate you. And if you haven't already, once again, do a pimp another favor. Put some love in your body. This love juice right here. Some of y'all call it water. Freeze call it love juice. My family in here, those of y'all that been with the family, y'all know we call this shit love juice. You know what I mean? Go ahead and put some love in your body if you haven't already. Hollywood Hawkins, yes indeed. Long Beach, East Side. But I got love for the whole city. North, East, West, all that. Reading these comments, y'all. Excuse me, Pimp. Coco say my great aunts lived to 109 They cooked at home, got sleep, and drank nothing but water. Yeah, that's real talk. See, them home cooked meals, hey, it's a beautiful thing. That's the best thing going, because a lot of these restaurants, got all this processed ass food and GMOs and all that old type of shit. So the home cooked meals is definitely a beautiful thing, and that sleep is crucial too. A lot of people be underestimating the importance of sleep, but that sleep is a crucial thing too, especially if you're working out. A lot of people be working out and they don't be getting the results that they want, and they don't understand. Like she said, cooking at home, eating right, sleeping right, and drinking water. A lot of times, if you're not doing all three of them, you're not going to see the results that you want to see if you're working out. You have to get your sleep. Sleeping is just as important as eating right, which is just as important as working out. All of them things is crucial. Eat good, sleep good, go hard, and drink a bunch of water. All of that. Robin said, you should frame that suit you had on for weeks. I wish I still had it. I don't even have it no more. If I did, I probably would, though. I have a picture of myself in that suit, though. I think it might even be on my IG page. I'm standing in the bathroom. It's a gray and black suit. And I got a black, like, overcoat over the suit. Like a black, a long black overcoat over the suit. I wish I did still have it. Gangsta Killer say, much love and blessings to you. Bro, I learned a lot. Much love and blessings to you too. I appreciate that. That suit is a part of Freeze history. Yeah, that's real talk. I wish I did still have that suit. Where you shop at for your threads, big homie? Hollywood, I like to go downtown LA, man. Downtown LA got a lot of fly shit down there. Proflex said it ain't easy getting swole, but somebody got to do it. Real talk. AJ Richards say, would you go vegan? No, because, by me wanting to be on swole and shit like that, I got to have some meat in my life. But if I wasn't trying to be on swole, I would go vegan. Maybe later in life, you know what I mean? When I get up in age, I probably would go vegan. Knowledge Search, I appreciate you. Good looking out, bro. Said that suit was dripping with that pimpin'. Real talk. Knock Knock say, you should do a video about growing up in the 90s in LA. Hey, matter of fact, yeah, I am. Because I told y'all when I did that video, My Life Before the Game, I basically was breaking down my adult life. But I'll let y'all know that I plan on doing a video about my childhood. I might break it down in parts. I might do a video about my childhood in the 80s, and then my childhood. I'll probably break it down in sections like the early 90s and then the late 90s. break those down. I got some stories like a motherfucker from my childhood, for real. So, yeah, that'll be a good one. Jay Jones say 6th in Los Angeles. Yeah, they got some shit over there. Knock say you prefer weightlifting or calisthenics. I do a little bit of both. More weightlifting than anything, but I do a little calisthenics as well. Like today, like after I end this video with y'all, I'm gonna go do some calisthenics. I'm gonna do some pull-ups, some dips, some push-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna go do all that when I'm done with this. Oh, my bad. I did notice myself doing that a minute too, covering up the mic. Excuse my pimping. Yeah, I'm from Cali, Long Beach, California, to be exact. Robin say, what you think of Dre's last video? Hey, Dre's last video was powerful. It was a very powerful video. His videos are always powerful, but I really appreciated his video last night. It was dope. Really broke down the power of this game and how it's been a blessing to him in so many ways. Allure Kush Goddess, you from Los Angeles and Pomona? Dig that. Yeah, I done did my thing in that Pomona. Pomona done treated me well. Pomona is one of my favorite places. And of course, Los Angeles. Coach, I was speaking on, my early experiences with young ladies in the game. You dig? Once I'm done with this video, you can go back and check it out. Who got the best tracks, East Coast or West Coast? The East got some cool tracks like the DC Loop. The DC Loop is cool. Well, it was cool. I don't know about how it is lately. I haven't played DC since 2010. But it used to be cool. I've heard that it's still cool. I don't know personally. Some people consider that East Coast, even though to me it's the South. But Florida got some cool tracks too. But the West Coast, California, is the track capital of the world. So I would say definitely the West Coast got the better tracks because it's more of them. You could be down longer on most of them, you know what I mean? It's the track capital, so it is what it is. Jay Jones said, you got that muscle mass, just got to cut it up. Yeah, that's my mission right now. That's what I've been working on. Yeah, from East Oakland to San Diego and all in between. Frisco, LA, all that. Orange County. Central California. Yeah, Cali got tracks galore. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, man. As always, you already know, Freeze, appreciate y'all. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate you for hitting the like button. I appreciate all your great feedback, good questions and all of that. All of your input. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate you hitting that bell when you subscribe. I appreciate your super chats. I appreciate y'all for supporting me and supporting this movement, supporting this game in every which way that you come with it. Y'all already know we're going to do this again much sooner than later. I'm going to go get this issue, get this workout in. I'll holler at y'all. Best of blessings to you.